Or send me a friend request.
Hey! I sure will.
Well, hello. It is Wednesday night, and you know what that means. We are in here to talk a little something, just a little bit of trash. Nothing too crazy. How y'all doing tonight?
Yo, it's Wednesday.
Good.
And we ain't humping.
Oh, is that a good thing? Is that what we're doing?
Know.
Is that a?
I mean, we could be, should be, but we're not.
Speak for yourself.
Here we go.
Yourself.
Here we go. Here we go.
Starting already.
Here we go. Because Kevin's sitting up here saying, "Speak for yourself." But when we ask Kev,
Mom's the word
about relationships and whatnot, he was, I am alone.
He gives us.
I do not do these things.
Doesn't he? He can talk. He can talk about everybody else's situation, but not his own.
Those are when you ask about a relationship and then you ask about humping, those are two different things.
Oh, so
they're completely different things.
So you can hump without being in a relationship. Okay,
absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's a question for the inbox. For the chat. Where the chat at? What did you say, Kev? Because we might need to make that a episode too.
We moving along. Let's get into the
show. That's gonna be a good episode. Let's take that to the podcast for season 3. What is it? If we're humping, that doesn't necessarily mean we're together.
We're in a relationship,
right?
Yeah.
Right.
Oh my gosh, that's gonna be a great.
Does that really require a whole episode? Like, isn't that common?
Yes, it does.
Because people get caught in their feelings when you humping. When the reality is, we just fuck buddies, right?
I wouldn't call it that. It's a little vulgar, but okay.
We're just a situationship.
Yeah.
Why don't we like calling thing a thing? Yeah. I'm from a Yonla's teaching. Call it a thing. We like to be all flowery and make sure it's pretty, but call it what it is.
I mean, I'm just saying
what it is.
Stefan, I'm trying to accept this request, and it's asking me, do I want to cancel it? I'm trying to get to the just accept it part, chat.
How many of y'all use the word lovers? We're lovers.
I use that word when I be singing,
It just has a negative connotation to me.
What, lovers? The word lovers?
Yeah.
I think it's because it's beyond our time. Like, it's an older term.
Right. It's a little dated.
Look, I like to make it beyond our time.
You think it's antiquated? Karen, the drink is Snoop's Rosé.
Erica, did you share the podcast?
I'm coming now. I'm trying to get Stefan in on this.
Okay.
It's my personal account. I'm trying to save him as a friend. Here we go, friends. Lord, Stefan, my gosh. And I'm trying to see if he pop up to the top or something. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna share it, and when I share it, see if you can share it on your page and tag Stefan, because I am having the darndest time with this.
I'll share it, and then Stefan, you can share it from me.
But anywho, episode. What is this? This is the reunion part 2.
Of the reunion. Mm-hmm.
How y'all feeling overall?
I'm gonna start off. Candace is driving me bananas. BANANA.
It's banana. Hey.
I can't
really. What's driving you bananas about Candace today? What's driving you bananas about her?
Really?
And her big feet.
Oh, honey.
And her lack of wig hat.
Honey, did you? Okay. Since we're gonna go there. So since we're going there, let me open up.
Starting early.
Shout out to Kevin. He gifted us this Crown Peach tea.
And it is what I am drinking in my Black Excellence mug. Get into it.
Gave it to them, and I ain't got no more, so I got to drink.
Listen,
I got to.
Tonight's snack is brought to you by Smart Food, Krispy Kreme. I'm right here with it. It's delicious.
It's good, ain't it?
So,
Does it actually taste like Krispy Kreme?
Excuse me in advance if you hear a crunch.
To me it don't taste
it's
like
sweet,
Krispy Kreme, but it's good. It's good, but
it has a sweet taste to it. Okay.
TheBomb.com. You hear me?
Okay, so before we get into it, we are being so rude. Maybe because we just feel so comfortable we can do these things. We have a guest. We have a guest with us tonight. Y'all send up love hearts for Johnny. She couldn't be here tonight. Get well, Johnny's. Hey, Maurice. So we do have a guest with us tonight. He is like one of our new fan favorites. Our original fan favorite right here is Maurice. He's down below there. Say hey.
Yeah.
But in our comment section, it has started to get real good. We're gonna have to get Aunt Karen on here next. But Stefan would be, willing and dealing in the comments. I said, Stefan, you're gonna have to join us. Stefan, how are you?
I'm doing well, Miss Erica. How are you doing today?
I am good. So, Brandon went ahead and did what we call just kicking it off the top. And he was going in on candles.
Mm-hmm. I mean, her hat is pulled all the way down here, so we can't really see how big her forehead is. And that's okay.
It's giving Jada Pinkett from Set It Off. What was she on?
I'm not gonna lie to you all. Hey, Karen. Listen, so I was doing the social media for this, and I was watching the episode today because I try to watch it. Hey, so Felicia, girl, I got to send you my money for my turkey. Remind me, girl. But and shout out to Felicia in the comments. Say something, Felicia. They do fried turkey for Thanksgiving if you're in the DMV. Oh. Anywho, listen, I saw Candace's. Her wig was like this.
Right.
Well,
it was a bowl. Right. It was crazy. And so that's why I had to push it to our. I couldn't think of nothing else. I said, I can't think past, because on the show, because there's so much lights, camera, action, it's a lot of things you all don't pick up. Even me sitting here, I probably look like I have a fairly light amount of makeup on, but I really dolls it up on the eye because of the lighting. And baby, her wig.
The line was right here. It was. I just wanted to take my hand and just pop it.
You know what? Let me see if I can finish. Let me see. I might be able to play it. Kev, what you thinking? Because that's kind of like that's your friend. So we talking about your friend.
It is. I love Candace. I love Candace. But it's not my favorite hair. But
why wasn't it your favorite, Kev?
Because I like big curly hair.
And what was that?
And it was a short hair. It was a short bob. It was
from a distance.
From a distance it was cute.
What distance?
And to me, let me just say this. Let me just say this to not just shake it. Ain't nobody here really giving it to me on this reunion. Ain't nobody
what
here
do you mean?
Really giving
You know what? You know whose hair? Mia is cute, but I hate to admit it. Ashley's hair, I like it. It looks like a very, and I think that's her hair.
It's a classic. It's a classic look. Yeah.
And I think Wendy looks good with all this on her shoulder too.
She got the Christmas ornamentes going on the side of her. Yeah.
She's doing that.
Mm-hmm. Wait, Stefan. Wait a minute. Hold on, wait. Stefan's giving us face.
I really love Wendy. She's given the Christmas ornament Kojic
but
convocation.
Something wrong with her.
It's
all I'm saying is I didn't have high expectations. I don't have high expectations for the hair. Like the hair is not really doing it for me. Nobody's really is for me. So
everybody got on wigs and weaves, right?
Yeah. That's the thing. That's the main thing, and maybe that's why Ashley is more appealing this time, because I always watch these reunions with family members, and I know my mother a lot of times say, why they always got to have a wig on? Can't nobody just wear their own damn hair?
Ashley never looked good in a wig. Like, I feel like when she puts on a wig, it's giving me Sally's.
She looks a little dated.
It does. Yeah. It does.
But nobody cares. Sally Jesse Raphael. What you mean?
No.
Sally's beauty supply.
Yeah.
Yes.
They got whole wigs in there. I know they got pieces, but okay. All right.
What he meant to say is getting a Halloween costume. It's shiny and it's pulled all the way down.
It was too much shine. Who's
had too much shine?
Candace.
See, I was kind of okay with Candace's wig until they did the unsolicited in the room video, which showed how much brown makeup they had put in the lace. I'm trying to pull it up, but y'all know I have used all the space on this computer.
Farther. They should have cut the lace back. And then just allow the natural hairline to come on through. You know, you got to give a little edge.
Listen, this wig game that we are in this century or this particular decade is getting really, really bad and really embarrassing to me because I have to agree with everybody got to wear a damn wig. Everybody got to have a damn wig now.
Absolutely. That's right. Even men have wigs now.
That's right. You can get if you start balding.
Mm-hmm. Well,
we got you.
I hear you. If you need one, I hear you. But do everybody got to have a damn wig now?
But weaves, it don't matter. It's but you know what? It's because the wig. It's a protective. Thank you. You stole it right out of my mouth. I was like, this is a protective style.
I come from the land of India Irie. You are not your hair.
Oh,
But
if my hair starts thinning, I'm gonna get a protective style.
Wait a minute. Why you can't rock a bald head and let that shine?
Listen, what's his name?
Yeah, these goiters on this head.
We're going to hell. I'm going to hell.
Goiters?
These goiters that is right here. You do not want to see me with a bald head. It's not for everybody.
You seen the pack of sausages in the back too?
I ain't got no sausages now. Don't do me like that.
My head is too big to be bald. My head is too big to be bald. Like I have that knot, that round knot in the back.
You got that onion in the back.
You got the football. You got the Nerf football.
I can't. I'm sorry. That's not gonna work for me.
But it's okay. So this is why, I feel like you should do what you want, guys. So if you want to have a little, I feel like these women wear weaves to protect their natural hair because I'm natural as well. And it can be a lot of tension, a lot of work, a lot of everything on this hair. And as much TV and press that they do, they cannot do that on their natural hair or they will for real be bald headed. And in actuality, per Candace's, hat debacle, she could already just be snatched and not have not one little thread of head on there. It might be baby bald eagle under there. You just absolutely don't know.
All of these women on this cast got some hair.
Giselle has hair. Ashley
I can't say that because a lot of witches don't have hair and they are evil. Candace is evil. So
except have we seen Wendy's natural hair?
Before we go down the road, Maurice, this is what Brandon and I are drinking because Kevin gifted this to us.
Yes, absolutely.
What you drinking, Stefan? Nothing.
I'm drinking some good old Lipton peach tea.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Well, he right in line with y'all.
Oh,
everybody drinking the tea but me.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I guess that's indicative of how tonight gonna go.
Tonight, so
it's okay. I'm gonna send myself the video again.
The Snoop Rose.
I'm gonna just send myself the video of Miss Candace because it was just tough. It was really tough. It was a lot to absorb.
What you talking about? The wig line. It was absorbing a lot of products. It was absorbing a lot of makeup. That's what you're saying.
It was. She had a lot of makeup on.
She did.
Come on now. They all do.
But you see how Kevin refused to let you talk about his baby Candace. That little tarantula.
I see. It's going to be a long night.
That's my home girl.
what about
that?
What she was given? She was not being open to constructive criticism when the lady.
She was not.
Now listen, I will call bullshit when there needs to be. There was parts of Candace's speech that, you know, where she could. There was parts that I agreed that she could have taken accountability, but I also agree. Agree with what? No. Period. Mm-hmm. I also agree with Wendy and Candace with the fact that she's saying stuff and she just saying it. What she says just cuts to the core. That's just what she does. That's what she does.
But you can't have tissue origami when somebody responds.
It's called triangles, Brandon. It's not called tissue origami. It's triangles.
Triangles. No.
Triangles, tissue
it's origami.
To me.
So so what's the difference between fun shade and shit? Because she's going
shady.
Reasonably shady, right?
Some people can't tell the difference. I'll give you that. Some people just can't tell the difference.
So what?
Some people just shady all the damn time.
But she's not doing that.
Candace is not giving reasonably shady. She's giving nuck if you buck.
She's being very disrespectful. I mean, we're just telling it like it is. She's being extreme.
I don't have no qualms with what she be saying. I don't have no qualms with it. Okay. Now the crying and the fact that she's upset with Ashley because of what Ashley did with Monique last year. Now that's some bullshit. I don't really get that.
See, Exhibit A. Exhibit A. Exhibit A.
Is it giving Sally's beauty?
It's giving. It's starting to give Ruby Red.
How about this is inside the room? It wasn't done yet. It wasn't done yet. They had.
Yes, it was. That was on the show, baby. That was during production.
They had
this
some
was the hair.
And this is when she was touch-ups and some wipeaways to do.
I mean,
this is when she was talking to Wendy when they went back for their break. Like that's
she looked come on.
I mean, it was just a lot. It was just a lot. I'm gonna just tell y'all something.
You know what I'm gonna say? I've seen worse.
Of course.
We talking about Candace though. We talking about
yeah, okay, we talking about it, but I have seen worse.
So is she worse? Is she the worst on the show?
In terms of what? This wig?
Oh yeah, that's what we've been talking about, kid.
No, I'm not gonna say she. I'm not gonna say she.
No, I wouldn't say
Karen has come a long way.
No.
Yes, she has.
We talking about.
She has.
We talking about episode 2 of the reunion. Okay. Who I always got to bring y'all.
Okay, so I have to tell you what my worst is. My pick of the worst hair on the reunion is right now. It's gonna have to be Giselle.
Okay.
In terms of hair?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. Okay. Now let's go to personality. Who has shown worse personality on episode 2? Let me bring y'all in.
I think Stefan. What you say, Stefan?
I said Candace. I said Candace. She's just rude and disrespectful. Like it's not even nothing to laugh at anymore. Like,
yeah,
just like Giselle told her, if Mia had popped you, like
she was just like, oh.
Do you really think Mia would have popped her though? Mia is not gonna pop her.
No,
so
you don't have the right people on the show. They don't have.
So is that what your frustration is? That you want somebody that will pop her? Is that what? Because I really take no issue with what Candace has been saying. Like I feel like Candace has been studying the book of Phaedra Parks. She says things that hit direct, and
Phaedra is reasonably shady.
Yeah,
Phaedra has always been reasonably shady. Right. She can shade you, and it's not cutting like. She's not saying your mama. She's just saying your hairline
the truth.
Is bad.
The
your
facts.
Is bad.
What is the big issue with your mama? Is what I'm trying to figure out.
But you see, y'all are falling for Kevin's Matrix right now. You see, y'all are falling for the Matrix because he knows that it's shady and he knows it's beyond. Let somebody say that about his mama. We all will be ready to fight, okay? As adults. See, Children say that. Children,
recess. Right?
Yes,
right.
Children say those types of things. Not an adult.
And she said it. So
no, she's not. She proved it.
So she's an adult. She said it.
Karen said, "Are you talking to people like that in the street?" Because she already know if you talk to somebody like that in the street, you definitely getting jumped. You getting popped on sight.
You are.
The reason why people aren't doing it is because they're castmates, quote unquote friends. But on the street, oh yeah, she's due for an ass beat.
Yeah, most people. Yeah, most people are not gonna sit back and just take that. So let's get into it.
I'm not saying they should.
So what are you saying?
I'm saying
don't do it, Brandon. You're falling into the matrix. You're falling into the matrix.
They can respond.
Okay, Nene Leaks. When I text, respond. Okay.
Yeah, they can respond. That's all I'm saying. It's just words. Is all I'm saying. It's just words.
But words
just because she landed it better, don't get mad. Come back with something. Say something.
But Kev, you know you would be on there ready to. You would be ready to stomp with them shoes. You be doing
this is how.
Why don't you say something that's gonna shut her up?
They do every time, and she starts crying.
Right.
Come on, you just said you tired of seeing her cry.
Shut her up. Shut her up where she can't cry. Where you can't cry or nothing. All you can do is just stand there.
I'm waiting for somebody to say, "Well, let's bring Monique back then." I'm waiting for somebody to say, let's bring
Stefan, I have no qualms with Monique coming back. I have no qualms with. I actually, you know what? I have a soft spot for Monique too because she reminds me a lot of somebody, just like Candace remind me of somebody I know. So I have no qualms with Monique.
If you go ahead, Stefan, go ahead.
I mean, it's just one. It's one thing to say something. Like I was talking about this with a friend. Like it's just beyond disrespect. It's just disrespectful. It gets to the point that she's done things like she always has, waving a knife in Ashley's face, pointing at somebody's face, personal space, and then going to places where somebody has already put the boundary. Like Mia said, talk about me all you want to. Don't go to my mama. If someone has said that before, and you can't say you didn't know somebody's backstory. You're giving the backstory prior to the show.
Even everybody that's coming to this. So what? She said it.
But so what it's gonna take at this point is when she try to come for Wendy's husband, and Wendy might be the one to lay hands on her because you already see Wendy don't play when it comes to her husband. Will it be justified then? Because she's already trying to throw the color.
She remind me of Candy. Don't talk about Todd.
She trying to throw in the color
out of it.
Okay, so I was gonna get to that. But I was gonna tell Kev the reason why people are just over Candace is because when the last time somebody did say something to her that made her super mad, she was throwing a knife.
Yep. Because it was her. Remember, it was her mama's house.
Listen and hear me.
And those were just
hear me loud and clear. She was completely wrong for that. I agree with you.
I mean, I'm just saying
that was the wrong way to handle. I never argued with you on that.
No, I'm just letting you know that that's her limit. Her limits are just unacceptable. So even if you just try to use words because you say they're just words, she lands them better. She's already broken the rule that you're gifting her.
But that's back then. No. But that's back. I give y'all that. But that's back then. We're talking about.
But I understand. But this is what happens when you give her what she deserves. She is a hot roly mess. Like
roly mess.
Yeah, she's just a mess. She's just a hot wiggetry. So the other thing that she decided to do was they were talking about Mia's social media presence. I don't do a whole lot of Twitter. I'll get on Twitter and do like college stuff, like retweet a whole bunch of auntie stuff. So I don't know what's happening in the Real Housewives of whatever on Twitter. She decided to read Mia down for that. How did that make y'all feel?
I think that's crossing boundaries and lines. I think it's okay if you have a social media person to write your post. I don't think anything is wrong with it. If somebody can read people for filth better than you can, why you wouldn't let them do it?
But you're just, if Mia's saying what she's saying, I'm a busy woman. I have to hire these people to do
That's
these
things.
So
she was lying.
She's building the economy.
She
Come
was
on.
lying.
I'm just saying, if I'm
she
that
wrote
busy,
that shit herself.
But how do you know?
Because I know. Because I have the gift. You know.
Wow.
I got the gift. Because I know. And when I was watching that thing, I said,
"Come on, Stefan, ask the question."
The clairvoyant, Stefan. It's the clairvoyant. It's not the present.
Kevin,
it's the gift.
Spell clairvoyant.
It's what I got. It's what Kevin got.
He'll tell us on the commercial break.
Right.
Thank you. You're right.
Look,
but that clairvoyance is a mess. Yeah,
I'm trying to tell you.
Mia
wrote that shit.
You said I was what?
You was listening.
I think
I was listening to y'all.
Okay. I think half of it Mia has wrote, and the other half her social media manager has wrote. Prime example, when she asked for the paper for the proof from a scholar, she read it and she said, "Oh, well, this is nice." I think that all of it she has not wrote all the way, because let's be honest, you're joining Housewives. If you're not already naturally quick on your feet with shade, you're not gonna know how to do it. Now, I feel like Candace, she met her match.
It's to me, it's irrelevant. Why does it matter that somebody else is writing it? Who cares?
Exactly. But Candace managed that she met her match.
I feel like Candace was making a point because she's been in that spot before.
No, I think what's happening is Candace. I hate to say it, and we're gonna roll into it. We're just gonna hit the nail on the head. I personally think Candace just has an issue with, how Wendy looks. I just genuinely feels that Wendy Mia. Excuse me. But okay. But Wendy looks bomb too. Like I feel like there's something with that as well. But we'll get to that in a minute. But I genuinely think that she has an issue with how Mia showed up and how she's presented herself. I am only saying that because she is like relentless. Mm-hmm. She's relentless. This girl hasn't really did anything to her. She just won't let it. I'm talking about Candace. She's relentless.
In what aspect? Relentless about what in specifically though?
With her issues in regards to Mia, because you have Karen sitting up there. You have now her and Ashley have odds too. Mm-hmm. Yes, but with Mia, it's something very different. It's like I refuse to move forward because of something that is inside of her. Most people will be like, you know what, we done had our little moment. I done had my words with you, whatever. We moving on. That's what most sane adults do. However, Candace being a brat, which Mia has said, and I believe it, because I don't think Mia is just I don't think she's not any, I don't think she's being a saint. However, I just feel that there is something deep with it. And then her beef with Ashley.
Well, that's what I was going to say. She has the same attitude towards Ashley. 1 minute they're apologizing, they're friends. They show a picture of them hanging out at, in New York somewhere. And then the next minute she crying and arguing.
They got in LA too.
I'm like, what is this back and forth with you and Ashley? And you're not owning.
I feel like it's a sisterhood. They're almost like sisters. I feel like they are so alike. They have so much in common that it's like a sibling rivalry almost.
But I think Ashley is willing to own that. If that's the case, Ashley's willing to own that. Yeah, Candace is not. And so.
But Ashley is the senior. She's the senior cast member. She's been on there for longer. So.
And that's what she said. Yeah. She made it known that she had a check before Candace came on there.
And Candace was not okay with that. And
she did. And I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that for the mere fact that I have never seen Ashley clap back at somebody so fast before. So I enjoyed that moment. As much as I love Candace, I enjoyed that moment.
Right. So what's going to end up happening? A lot of people are going to shut Candace up.
You think so?
Yeah. Absolutely.
I'm looking forward to Nicki Minaj.
It's easy to shut Candace up.
It is. You can throw just a little. Yeah, it really is.
Okay, so how do you do it?
All you need is the right person on there. They don't have. They don't have people.
It's about who is it?
It could have been.
Okay, so what do you say? What do you say?
She has a lot of weak spots.
Yes, her mama is number one. Her mom, the very person who said your mama has a weak spot with her own mama.
Now, calling her video shoot cheap. Come on now. It's a lot of areas that you can go in on her about. The fact that you lived in your mama's house for 45 years.
It was cheap. It was cheap. Yeah. I would have when she
was better than her mama.
Right. And I would have went into the whole aspect of, okay, well, for the last 3 seasons we seen you live in the basement of your mama. You said what?
Coffee and Love was everything. Kevin, don't do it.
Coffee and Love sound like the Sky Rizzy commercial. You know you want some bullshit.
No,
that is not good. Candace is better. Candace is better. We ain't even gonna go there.
Erica.
Apples and frittatas is really amazing. Stefan.
Apples and frittatas don't even go together.
No. Like you have a real strong love for Candace. I do know this. But
no, Stefan, that's not what it is. That's not what it is. It's because he knows.
Tell me what it is.
Because he knows that Candace is trash, right? But Kevin, because he's committing himself to her trash wiggatry, he's just gonna ride it out.
No, that's
not true. But let somebody say some ignorant stuff like that about him and his mama. Stefan, I refuse to believe that would be okay.
Listen. Stefan, Erica and I both know somebody who act just like Candace. So I don't know why she's saying I'm committed to the wicked. Okay, so we know somebody personally who acts.
But it doesn't mean it's okay.
It's not,
I'm not right. I'm not saying it's okay. All I'm saying is I ain't got no qualms with it. It don't bother me.
That's because she hasn't come, or that person has not come down their line.
Come on, Stefan.
That's why.
But when they come down your street,
exactly. Because see, when they not coming at him, but see, they be coming at me. It was exact. Thank you. You know what, Stefan? Damn it.
See, I wanted to say that in the comments, but it's too much to type, and y'all ain't reading it fast enough for me. So
my tambourine. Where is my tambourine?
Because she has not, because this individual has not come down your street, then of course you don't feel no qualms. Prime example with Wendy. She was real friends with Giselle and Robin because they didn't come down her street. But the very second they started coming down, now she just want to go.
Right, now Robin is like, well, she wasn't my friend from the beginning.
Right, speaking of Robin, look what Natasha wrote. She said, what is Robin's purpose? Robin's purpose is to have gas and constipation during the freaking reunion.
Don't forget her period.
She needs to be knocked down to a friend. That's what she needs to be.
She's Giselle's friend. She's Giselle's friend, but she got to get her.
But she doesn't need to be a housewife. She needs to be knocked down.
She needs to be a scholar.
She's got to get her. Well, a scholar is a friend of her, but she's got to get her check, and she's probably going to remain a housewife until that wedding happens between her and Juan.
It ain't gonna happen. So
it ain't gonna happen.
Nene will come back before that wedding happens.
Nene's coming back. I don't know what you're talking about. Nene is coming back. Nene is coming back.
But let me.
Back. Phaedra
is coming back.
No, Phaedra is not. Phaedra is not on this next season.
The ink is not dry on Atlanta, but Phaedra is coming back. I'm
just okay, Ken.
You heard it here.
Okay. What did lady say? Is the elephant heavy? She'll be back, baby. She's coming back.
Phaedra is coming back. Phaedra, listen, Phaedra already did the Housewives All-Star show the second season.
I got a question.
She is coming back. She got her feet wet with that. She is definitely gonna be back.
I got my word. And I'm asking for a friend. For Karen and Wendy to be in a sisterhood. I don't understand their relationship. Can someone
excuse me.
I'm asking for a friend.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god.
What does it say? Pinkies up?
Yes. What's your question for me?
If I'm asking for a friend, for Giselle and Karen to be a part of a sisterhood, I don't understand.
What is it not to understand?
It's the same sisterhood that had an issue on Insecure. Y'all remember that?
Wait a minute.
But they
Karen is a part of this sisterhood?
I mean, no. What's her name? Giselle and Wendy.
Wendy.
Yeah, I don't understand. Okay. I don't understand. Mm-hmm. What's up with that, friend?
Let me tell you something. You cannot choose who you enter in certain spaces with.
I gotta drink my tea on that.
Okay, you cannot choose. And you just got to roll with the punches. Okay, so in regards to that, they're giving you real sisterhood. They're just having their rough patch.
Okay, well, I appreciate the fact they're in the first seat.
But if they were real sisters in a sisterhood,
yes, come on,
we would have conversations behind the scenes. But unfortunately, they're on a show where that doesn't happen. It's just not going to happen.
To life.
Right. So, and then it is what it is.
Because I feel like this show needs to be called out about misrepresenting certain.
Well, it could happen at the next bullet. They might have a conversation because they showing out on television. But the one thing about the thing about them is, even though they are a travesty to the organization, they are poised about it. Okay. If you muted the TV and watched them talk. Now Giselle, she a little bit more rusty with it. Like when she was sitting on the couch and Wendy was going off about her husband, Giselle had her little leg up. She's like, what? She was very about it. But if you mute the TV, it's very
right. Okay.
And it's not this. It ain't Candace. If you mute the TV, you can feel her, what she's saying. Right. So, we'll see what happens. Not bringing class.
Aunt Karen just brought up a point. She said, was Juan at the reunion?
Juan Dixon was not at the reunion.
Are we 100% certain?
We are 100% certain, and we are glad Juan Dixon is not there.
He's working. He was working.
He getting his check.
Phaedra is going to be back. She will be back.
Look, what her mama said. But
you asked the question, why? How come Juan is not showing up? Is he over the show?
I don't think he is a fan of how things are going down with this show. He just hasn't shown that
over Robin.
No, I feel like he's just working, y'all. He working.
But the Black Bill Gates works.
And even he comes to the reunion and shows up. So
he working, y'all. That means he can't get off on the day-to-day shoot.
No, Kevin, he was a basketball coach. So at the time all this stuff was happening, he could have showed up. But we do have a question right here. Do you all think Candace is an on and off again friend on the show and outside of the show?
Absolutely.
Of course.
She gives hot and cold vibes even on the show.
Fair weather.
Right.
I'll say this. I know that her and Ashley are friends off of the show.
How you know?
No, because there's a difference between.
They are friends off of the show. They have hung out many times off of the show.
Do you have proof?
I can take a picture.
I think
that doesn't mean I'm hanging out.
I think they're frenemies.
If they have dinner together multiple times in different locations,
but where are you seeing this? Because you don't even like social media.
Because I ain't seen nothing. Listen, wait a minute. Why are you saying this on social media? I ain't seen nothing. I heard this from the person's mouth who was at the dinner. That's how I know.
The dinner?
Oh, who was at the dinner?
We have sources. Okay.
A cousin.
Who was at the dinner?
A cousin who was at the dinner in LA. Listen, I ain't gonna put them on blast, but they was at the dinner in LA.
Well, wait, what? Why would it be putting them on blast? We're talking about.
Say what now?
This is how I feel. Just because I run in the same circle with you, that doesn't mean I'm friends with you. Erica can invite us all.
You're right. You're right.
And I snap a picture. That doesn't mean we're hanging out. I'm just at the same event
that you're
multiple times that you're at, and because they're on the Housewife franchise, that's bound to happen, and sometimes that has to happen.
Let me tell you, and also this dinner had 8 people, so it ain't.
Well, we'll show us some get us some receipts.
and to your response, Stefan, that's true. I have been at several parties that Erica has hosted, and I've taken several pictures with people I didn't even know, and somebody would take that picture and run with it, and I wouldn't know a thing.
Exactly. Exactly. So no matter if it's 8 or 200 people, right? I take pictures, and keep in mind the pictures that you're probably talking about. They were just in LA on the real, shooting for that as well recently. So I'm in LA.
I'm gonna show you something. Kevin's like,
right.
Okay, so let's get down to the nitty-gritty. Prepare yourselves in the comments. They were talking to Ashley. I think the banter between her and Candace hit a bit of a rough patch when we were talking about colorism. If anybody knows me, I don't play the colorism game. I feel like I've come from the best of both worlds. Hello. And I just, I struggled that Candace decided to use that in that moment. And maybe I'm alone in this because I feel like I would know colorism. I feel like I would. Maybe somebody who doesn't look like me would say, well, you don't see it. I just did not see that. And instead of Candace owning her moments of acting crazy, and then Ashley, I feel like she was willing to say that she was a hot mess too. She said when people say that she is, what was the word? Because there are trigger words in the Black community.
Aggressive.
I don't know. Was it aggressive this time? I don't know if I remember her saying necessarily aggressive.
Ashley said she called her husband a slave driver.
Yes, but it was a word. It was a word that triggered it. It was like aggressive. When you say the word aggressive to Black women or even Black men, it triggers a moment, especially dependent upon who's in the room.
It goes back to antebellum times and Jim Crow times when white women saw Black men or Blacks in general as being aggressive or untamable.
Yeah.
So
well, they was hopping on them. So
say what now?
He can't even deal with what he just said. He said, "Oops,
right. Never mind."
But never mind. I just feel like Candace in that moment, because Candace is at certain times being aggressive. She is being a little pit bull. How did you all feel when Wendy? And then Wendy jumped in there, and when Wendy jumped in, I feel like she was saying it in regards to Giselle and Robin. When
I felt like it was unwarranted when Candace said it. I haven't seen it. I definitely can maybe I'm not her, so I maybe you have to be them to understand it. But I know one of the things that my mother said to me when I asked her why she doesn't watch this franchise is because she said it's too many light-skinned women on there, and I know that they probably bully the dark-skinned women on there. So I know that the whole colorism thing exists. Yeah. I'm very cognizant that it exists, and my mother is a dark-skinned woman, so I definitely understand that. But from what I have seen, I don't feel like it has been substantiated what Candace was saying. So
I think there is especially what Wendy was saying, I think there is just a small level of it. For me, I haven't really noticed.
You don't feel like that's perception though? You don't feel like it's Wendy and Candace's own perception because of whatever trauma that they have?
No, I think Candace uses it as a scapegoat. I think Candace uses it as a scapegoat of her BS.
But Wendy may have some valid points, because there was an article out last year that spoke to them not wanting her on, and it related to her color.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's twofold. I think, yes, Eric, I do see what you're saying, that Candace has used it as an scapegoat.
Right.
Scapegoat. But also with Wendy's point, prime example, look at Giselle and Robin. They're the two people that keep ganging up on her.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what's happening. I think there is a small level of it. And it's because it just goes with racism. Because you can't tell me I haven't experienced that if you haven't. You can't tell if you haven't experienced it yourself, or I know what I'm feeling.
But do you feel like the fact that Robin and Giselle gang up on Wendy has anything to do with their skin color, though?
No.
Not directly, because it's not like they're saying, well, then again, they went on to her plastic surgery. So,
but see, that's why I'm saying it's more of their perception, because they are darker skinned women. I feel like it may come off that it's colorism, but I don't feel like, from my unobjective eye, looking as a viewer watching the show, I don't feel like anything was covertly or overtly colorist.
No, I don't.
And for me, I don't really know what it truly looks like, because my family, honestly, we're all blends. Like, I have an uncle that, he looks passable. And then I have an uncle that looks like he just came from Africa. But everybody has the same mother and father. It's just the blend, and it all goes back to,
Yeah, it goes back to what Erica was saying. Same thing on my family. We have different hues of black and brown, so it is what it is.
I'm gonna just tell you like this, Wendy. I needed her to explain a little bit better, because I feel like Giselle and Robin are Batman and Robin. And they just kind of been that way, and they have had issues with Karen. It's nothing new.
She's the one that coined them.
That's why I asked, do you feel like them, I guess, ganging up on Wendy has anything to do with it?
No, because it has been I feel
and
like
just trying to remain relevant.
I feel like they're boring and they're dry, and they are just not with it. They are not fashionable. They're just to me, because they're like whack attack.
Yeah. Do you feel like? Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry, Stefan. Go ahead.
Because I was going to say, if we look at storylines outside of, now that Jamal is gone, and with Robin, okay, either you're gonna have a baby or you're gonna have this wedding. Which one you doing? Because you haven't done either yet. And this hats
bought a house, so they're working on the house. That's their next.
Okay,
thing.
And then you're trying to afford this house, because your checks and the sales of the hats ain't coming in.
Oh my
God! She's constantly sold out. She can't keep up with production.
God.
She can't keep up with production. It's the holiday season, and her hats are still sold out from this summer. What?
Well, if you can make them in the garage, because maybe that's what she needs to do. She needs quicker. She needs to go quicker. Like,
well, maybe she needs to get a scholar off the show and make her pack up them boxes. Because they only have
a scholar is not her worker. A scholar is not.
A scholar is not.
She only had a scholar on for 2.5 seconds. Come on now. They only asked her 2 questions and she was gone. Even Mia said that. So they brought her on.
And people thought that was shade, but Mia really was right. Like, you
right, y'all, she could have stayed at home for that shit.
And then a scholar came on there with receipts, y'all. She came on there. Now I did look her little.
It was I
do agree. I do agree. I just was a little perturbed that Candace relayed her actions to colorism. And then when they got down to the receipts, the show showed how Candace was talking to Ashley and her husband. To be honest with you, all of it is just foolish across the board. Like, it's embarrassing.
Do you feel like Candace's reaction to Mia, newcomer, has anything to do with the color of Mia's skin?
I have no idea.
I think it's more of her accomplishments. Like, she's upset that she's a woman, that she came on the show. I own who I am. I own what I do. I was a stripper, married a sugar daddy, and
we rich.
I made it alive. And she did the right. We can't.
Brandon, you on mute. You giving it to us on mute.
It doesn't help that she's light skinned either. She hates that.
Mm-hmm. And right.
I can't.
But this is giving me.
I don't know. I can't
this
say
is
that.
Me basketball
I feel like it has something to do with it. I feel like it's some trauma there about because otherwise she wouldn't have brought it up.
That's right.
Like, but this sounds like what happened on Basketball Wives with OG. This last season.
Now that was some bullshit. That was some bullshit.
They drug it out.
However,
you know, it's like, okay, you address the issue. Nobody wants to come to a common place to resolve the issue. So now everybody's gone. Shawnee is going to be gone. Evelyn's going to be gone, and OG is definitely not coming back. So
OG,
when you put something out, when you put something out there out like that, like Erica was saying, you need to thoroughly explain.
Yes, you do.
You need to tell us, okay, why you feel
and
what you feel.
It's still not clear, and it's been brought up so many times.
I think it's so unfortunate.
It's because she's reaching, and everybody can't figure out what she's.
I don't feel like it's necessarily reaching. I feel like
this is a reach.
Candace is a reach. I will agree with you on that. But I feel like it's triggered through trauma that whatever trauma happened in her previous life. I got a family of all hues too, and I have people in my family that are lighter that will tell me that they're better than me because they are lighter. So I get it.
Okay, we have never see Kevin. We need. You know what? I hate to do this to you, damn it.
Do it to me.
Flick on the play. Okay. Flickety flag on the way on the play. Go ahead, anybody. Lord have mercy. Anybody.
I need my
flag on the play.
Tissue.
I'm just saying.
I need my tissue.
We have been friends for a long time, and I have never. Okay, we'll talk about it after the fact. Anywho, like I said, I come from the best of both worlds, and I feel and I feel that when you bring up something as serious as colorism, we need to have more of a depth conversation. And I truly do believe that in the Real Housewives of Potomac franchise, that if that was really, if we all could see it and it was playing out in true form, I'm sure we would be having a time with it. We would be like, hold up, flag on the plate, all of that. I just think that, unfortunately, Candace is just a train wreck and a half. But speaking of a train wreck, how did you all feel when Giselle had her heart-to-heart with Karen?
I feel they're sisters. I feel like they're almost
I like the butt grab.
Yes. Giselle was just giving me a lot tonight.
They're like sisters who had an argument and finally got it together. That's what it felt like.
But just like Karen said, they're always going to be there because they actually shady. Have history.
Right. They're reasonably shady.
They're reasonably shady
and come back together, apologize, laugh and joke. Yeah. And that's why
known each other since she was the first lady. So you know, the first original lady.
She knew Karen when she had bad wigs and weaves.
When they both had bad wigs.
Yeah,
both of them.
And that's why she said Karen could have sat there and not said anything to her daughter, but she got up, acknowledged her, gave her a hug, and it warmed her heart.
It was a tender moment. I like it.
That's what happens when you're an adult.
Come on now.
When you're an adult, correct. You know your angles. You know what you are supposed to do and what you're not supposed to do. Those children have absolutely nothing to do with their trifling mama, and you show them love.
Keep the kids out of it. Keep the kids out of it. And
you love on the children,
right?
But in that same breath, the kids should be out of it as well as parents.
Exactly.
That's true. That's true too. Because let me tell you something. If the
level goes down, it also goes up. So come on now.
Because you say something about my mama, that show would have been over. Real Housewives of Potomac would have had to go on a hiatus. You think last year was something to talk about, honey?
You would have been shaking the table. Shaking the table.
The table wouldn't even been there. It would have just been a straight stomp down. Okay. Yeah. So I thought that was a very beautiful moment. Were there any other Wendy? What is happening with Wendy? Her vibe, she's giving me a lot of energy that I'm not quite understanding during the reunion.
I will tell you, I'm glad that she took ownership for the fact that she don't know it all. When Andy asked her the question about the candles and why she didn't already have them out, she was just like, I'm just figuring it out. And I felt her on that, but I told you
when Wendy was trying to figure it out. Like,
but I told you from the beginning of the season, it's something different about Wendy, and it don't have nothing to do with her look. It's her attitude this time.
Maybe it's some validity to what that blog said.
Hey, sisters chat room. Is this Lorna?
It could be. It could be. Because what I've always been saying is, why are you even giving it the energy? Like,
yes,
if it's not
too
true,
much.
Why are you? Yeah, why do you care? Like,
it's too much.
We're talking about her marriage, right? Is that what we're talking about? I will relay that. I understand where her attitude is coming from, with regards to the situation as a whole, right? Mm-hmm. However, her attitude is making me feel uncomfortable, as though this is her time to capitalize and act crazy. And in the moment when she was mad at Giselle and them about that whole situation, I would have given them some heat, but it was a lot of heat. It was almost enough energy to say, I ain't been feeling y'all anyway, so here it is. And y'all know I know about people like that.
Either that or that what they're saying is true, or maybe or maybe there has been some. Maybe he
exactly. It's before. Like, why are you giving it so much energy if it's not true? Like, why are you even responding? Like, why does it even matter? Like,
but I think it's to what she said to Giselle. It's not so much of even saying it so much, but you're saying, okay, the reason why I got plastic surgery was to keep my man.
Hey,
so
Jonathan.
That's what she said in the second episode. That's what she said in the second episode. Like,
she said it's misogyny.
Right.
It's right. Hating. Is it misogyny or no?
No, I think because Wendy is speaking to you with a articulate pronunciation of things. I can't stand when people do that, because they could be talking about flies on shit, but they're saying there is a actual fly on turd. And let me tell you, it's all in the delivery. And you had Mia sitting there. You had Mia sitting there talking to you about all the surgery she had. Half of them she couldn't even understand what she had done to her dang on self, and she called hell for it. You know, everybody had things to say about it. I just feel like Wendy needs to get out of her own way and stop acting like. I cannot stand when people feel like they're coming after them. And Candace has that mentality too. And maybe there's some deep rooted stuff with that, because I know just like Kevin's famous. Go ahead, baby.
When Wendy told Giselle you had a tummy tuck and still didn't keep Jamal. So.
That was cold blooded.
That was the ending point of the episode.
I'm not gonna let y'all crucify Wendy though, because she did have a valid point when she said the blog has maybe 100 subscribers. What you did is that you brought it to a national forum.
That's true.
Real Housewives of Potomac that has hundreds of thousands of viewers.
But Wendy, you bringing more heat to it with your reaction.
No, she's trying
bringing more heat to it.
She's checking people to let them know that in the future, her husband, her marriage, her kids are off limits.
You can check their ass off camera. You can check their ass off camera.
Oh, time out. I'm not going to check you. I gotta.
If you bring it to a public forum, I'm not going to check you off camera. I'm going to check you on camera.
Right. I have to check you on camera because you brought it to light, and Andy said that they were bringing it to light. And if Giselle was being a true sister, a true friend, why did you go to Ashley first and then tell her? Now, for Robin's sake, I'll probably give it to her because there's some text message that's being shown to say, hey, there's a blog. So at least she reached out off camera. So she did her part. Now, Wendy was trying to leave Robin out of it, but we all know Robin. She has to be the bodyguard for Giselle.
What's your nickname for Robin, Erica?
The bodyguard. Oh.
No.
Boy Bill.
Okay.
Boy
Bill. Look at right. The bodyguard, Boy Bill, whatever. You know?
I mean, it is. Well, Stefan, you and Brandon, y'all have a point, but let me take y'all back just a teeny bit. Before all of this came out about her husband and things like that, did you all forget that she was trying to treat Mia a certain type of way? Like when they went to the spa and Ashley was pregnant and it was somebody at bridal shower, baby shower, or birthday at the spa, and Wendy was being absolutely just nasty to Mia. And she was coming for Mia hellfires are blazing. I mean, even down to the point where they were playing the little game about who would you be. Yes. I mean, I feel like Wendy is dealing with what Robin is dealing with. It's that same, I gave this type of energy and I didn't know how to feel when I got that energy back on myself. I feel like now Wendy, because of her personality, because I know that personality, she feels like she's going to have to just dominate at this point. Because see, y'all done stepped outside of your little boxes. Y'all done messed around and said some things about me I didn't agree with. Yes, I have said things that have not been as savory, but I'm going to say whatever I want. And because y'all done stepped on my toes, I'm gonna in my mind elevate and try to dominate everybody. And she's looking like a flight risk at this time during the reunion. I don't understand where half of this is coming from.
Well, she has to do something because last season it was so covered on Monique and Candace that we overlooked who Wendy really was.
But I had no qualms with Wendy last season. I knew she was smart last season.
Well, none of us
she had degrees.
The only thing we knew she did last season, she slauntered down the stairs.
She slithered down the stairs. You go down there like this.
And she told Ashley, and she told Ashley, you address me as Dr. Wendy. So we know her as Dr. Wendy.
And that's the other part. My Aunt Karen, when I posted it onto our Facebook page, she said the cast is confused. Are we getting political commentator educated Wendy, or are we getting aggressive? Or are we getting, ghetto?
I'm getting, who the hell is this?
And then
that's what I'm getting.
Another friend of mine commented and posted, Deborah did, she said, you got to keep in mind, they're not friends. They're castmates, you guys. They're thrown on a show together.
Yeah.
They may not ever gel well. They're not friends.
They're not friends.
I mean, think about college and how you are put in a dorm room or in a classroom with people. You create connections, but they're not your friends. The moment you graduate,
Brandon, you ain't got to beef with people for no reason. You don't have to give.
Well, see, I went to a HBCU. We loved each other.
Yeah, you don't have to beef with, even if it's somebody you ain't kicking it with. You ain't gotta create unnecessary beef with people for no reason.
What did Karen say? Were you what she said? What she called Giselle at Hampton?
You are a hot crotch. A hot box.
And we had to go see Dr. Sing Sing.
and we that's why we went to Sing Sing.
Sing Sing.
And they said, what you mean by that? It just sounded good. I said good.
Here she go. I apologize to Hampton University is an outstanding university as the ambassador of Surrey County.
But you let her have said that about A&T. I swear on everything, the internet would have been oh my gosh, she would have had to write something on the social medias. But see, Hampton, they are poised people. They're like, oh no, because I had people hitting me up afterwards because I initially posted about it on social media, and people were like, what's she talking about?
Right.
But you had let some Aggies get in there. They'd be like, "Oh, we snatching her wig tonight." So, but she apologized.
But she owned her shade. That's the
she
thing.
did.
She owned it, and when the question was asked, "Where did you get Sing Sing from?" I was just being funny. It's
you know what? The only person that didn't own their shade is the one that came up with this shit right here, which is a mirror.
Which is a mirror we use in like
she didn't come up with it. As much as I love her, she didn't come up with that.
She didn't because I'm gonna be real shady. Let me back out. But yes, we use that in our
come on with it.
No, I cannot.
Wait a minute, y'all be morphing.
Baby, that ain't no morphing. That is a very special mirror. Thank you.
But see, that's the problem. Candace deflects, and that's all they were trying to get her to do. Just say, I own my shit, and I'm done with it.
She didn't feel like it. She didn't feel like it tonight.
But because at least Wendy,
in the second breath, why did Wendy come to her rescue when they had to break? I ain't like that shit.
Because they both dark skins. I told you they have an alliance. They have an alliance.
Wait a minute. We're going back.
Wait a minute.
I don't want to regret.
But I did last week. They got an alliance. They have a dark skin.
We
alliance.
were moving forward.
Oh my God.
Wait a minute. So where does Ascala stand? Is she light skinned?
She's in the alliance with. She's cool with it. She's cool with Wendy and Candace. She's cool with them.
Ascala was on for 2 minutes, so she's not counting right now. She was on for 2 minutes. Like,
okay, let me ask if y'all want to move on. Let me ask about Ashley because Ashley got some screen time this time. What did y'all feel about Annie's questions towards Ashley and her responses towards Annie's questions?
About the body shaming?
Body shaming. Is that all he talked about with her?
It was body shaming.
He talked about their marriage, and I feel like she is really forcing to be married to this man.
That's what she wants. But listen, Stefan, that's what she wants. She chose. No. Stefan, she chose him. She chose. That's who she. Yeah, that's who she chose.
You're not my daddy. You're my
Erica, give me 5.
Okay, Kelly Price.
Kelly. Look, do we know where Kelly Price is tonight? Is she here?
She's in the lab.
She's in the balcony.
I'm gonna call the police.
She's in the balcony.
She's
in the balcony. She's still booked.
Okay. I'm gonna call the military police, the MPs.
All I'm saying is, don't feel sorry for her because that's what Ashley wants. That's what she wants. So don't feel.
No,
that's what she chose.
But when I say force, I mean, granted, yes. First of all, everybody chooses their marriage. You choose to say I do.
Right.
But you're forcing yourself onto this man that I don't think he no longer has interest in you. Like, you had a baby, go get divorced, go get your alimony.
He wants one.
Thank you.
Period.
They swingers anyway, so just go ahead and
right, because Giselle asked her, is she into women now? Did y'all catch that?
I did.
She's always been. It's not now. She's always been.
But I'm just like, so is Giselle interested? Is she tired of robbing?
Probably is.
Because Giselle was doing a lot this evening. She was. I mean, not this evening.
What, Brandon?
I think Giselle be joining in.
Nicki Minaj asked, "Are you and Giselle a couple?" Or she asked Robin, or she asked Giselle. That's coming up soon. Are y'all dating?
She asked somebody.
She sure did.
She asked somebody.
Yeah. So that's the question of the hour.
Robin is looking a little strong in the face, man. So
come on now, y'all.
Wait a minute.
They are friends. Come on, they are friends. They are friends.
But Kevin, friends do listen.
Open and Gail are friends too. Yes.
And they had rumors that they was doing the same thing.
Okay, there's rumors, but they're friends.
So wait a minute.
I feel like there's a genuine friendship there.
For everybody that's
friends,
genuine. Everybody that's friends is doing inappropriate things.
No. I love my girlfriends. Hey girls, but you know, I just you know, I let them be,
What'd
honey.
you say, hey girl.
You know, I just feel like
Ashley been there. Has opportunity.
No. I will say this: that Ashley is. Stefan, is funny that you relayed what you did because I see struggle-ish when I see her and her husband. It's like, girl, why are you
when she
like
had the lingerie on and she threw that leg up on him and he wanted to throw it back off? Like he's look, you had the baby. Go get the alimony now. Do like Janet Jackson did. Married for 5 years.
But listen, it's hard. You got to think about him. It's hard for him. He got to be her dad and her husband. He's trying to figure out what to do. Yeah, at the same time, he is. I
don't think he is genuinely like. I think he's into her. I feel like maybe they had a soiree that just lasted way too long. Yeah, it just because I mean, and then she had then she committed herself to having children with this man. See, I just feel like that's overboard, but that's a secure check, I'm assuming, in her mind, because I see her with some super black man. Like I can't even see her with him. I can't. I cannot see.
Is that what you're saying?
Blickety, because the vibe that I'm getting from her is she gives us Disney Channel, but I just feel like she she turns into but she's BET but she BET uncut, honey.
She talking about that song, but I told you that was a Sky
Apples and frittatas.
It was not no Disney Channel.
But when you hear her talk, it's very
I
mean, because and I'm just sitting there like,
but you think she need a super black man? That's what you think.
I feel like that her flow is like some Odell Beckham and darker. Boom, just somebody a little different.
Dark though?
Like no, from his tone back. Like she, I can only see her with that type of man. Like
I do see her with a black man, yes. But I feel like no.
I'm not saying he's blickety, but I'm like his vibe and back. Like I see her with I'll get the list together, but I see her with something like a little
Wesley Snipes Brown.
I feel like she would do better. I feel like she would feel better.
Tyrese.
I feel like she would give us. Oh, Jonathan, he said Juan. I feel like she would do better with Well, Juan to me is I don't like Juan. He just gives me.
Where's he at?
I think Juan and Giselle would be good.
They communicate well.
Yeah, they communicate better than Robin.
Yeah,
I think Juan would do good with Candace because Juan would be done choked her out on that. I love it. He'd be like, you know what, you ain't gonna talk to me. You ain't gonna talk to me like that. And
now that would have been the highlight of the show. That would have been the highlight.
They wouldn't have aired it.
Nope.
Oh, it would have been on social media.
Yes, they would.
That's domestic violence.
They wouldn't have aired it.
They would have aired the drama.
It's a no for me.
They would have aired the drama, but yeah,
I'm just saying.
I think Ashley married him for security. So she said before when they were going through their marital issues that there is a prenup and there's a clause
absolutely
in their contract that if we get divorced and it's because of infidelity on your part, you are to pay me. And she also said she has a post-nup. There you go. Post-nup. And so she's secured both ways.
But I don't know why she hadn't just left. Maybe because the babies are too young. I mean, I feel like
Ashley does have love for her husband. I feel like she has love
for her
husband / father. I feel like in that relationship, Ashley has more love for her husband than he has for her.
I just be so concerned with the way her mom look on camera.
Her mom wasn't on this season though, was she?
I don't remember.
She didn't need to be.
She don't need to be because every time we see it, it's a sad story.
She don't need to be on. Like they finally got their relationship.
Erica, what you trying to say? You looking like you
and they got issues, so she gonna Ashley needs to gather up with Mia because they both got, you know what, Ashley, Candace, and Mia all need to get together
and go to counseling.
They all need to get together.
They need to go to counseling.
They need to be friends, and they can team up against Giselle and Robin, and then Karen, because Karen cool with Giselle now. So
listen, all I'm saying is Mia's mama and Ashley mama, they 20. They a little 20. They look the same.
Yeah,
they look like the same person, don't they?
I thought they were the same person, and I was like, so we're just gonna.
No, y'all looking at them bad shiny ponytails they put on the back.
I was about to say they are both giving back
the microwave ponytail, synthetic hair. And so
that's what they like.
I promise you, as y'all was talking, I said, "Damn, they both got that little strange ponytail."
With the string, they pulled it tight. And then wrapped it around, put the bobby pin in it.
They both got that little strange ponytail. Listen, closing remarks. Stefan, give us how you're feeling, what you think is about to happen in this next episode coming up on Sunday, to help us prepare for next week.
I think, I really truly think that, first of all, Nicki Minaj is going to give it. I feel like she is someone that is really going to say what the fans have been waiting for. I really hope they show everything that she has been saying. And I hope Andy does not overtalk her, because I feel like Andy may overtalk her. And I really want to see who is going to make up in the end. Who's going to be the one to really say, besides Giselle and Karen, like, I feel like they're always gonna be friends.
I feel like it's gonna be Karen. I feel like it's gonna be Candace and Ashley.
I feel like something they're gonna say. Nikki is gonna make them say something to one another. So that's
because I feel like Candace and Ashley are almost the same person. It's just they just don't look alike. But
and to echo what Stefan said, I'm just glad that another Black woman is able to host and to ask the questions that may be deemed inappropriate for a white male to ask, like Andy Cohen. And also, too, I'm curious to know what Wendy was talking about as it relates to someone tossing salad, because she's echoed it 4 times. He tossed your salad? He wanted to toss your salad? I'm like, who is she? What is she talking about? I
think she's talking to Mia.
She's talking about Mia. And I feel like Mia said it, and Mia probably didn't know what it meant.
But she's also insinuating that Mia has been flirting with someone's husband. So rather if it's Candace's husband or...
Ain't nobody else husband there.
It's just Candace's husband. So
who else husband came?
A scholar's husband was there.
Ray was there.
So people.
He looked like Lurch. He ain't saying that.
Right, because Karen don't even know what teabagging is. Let's start there.
She lying.
Karen is tradition.
You think she lying? I think Karen is a pillow princess. I don't think
she's lying. Karen is how old? She done gargled that millionaire, whatever his name is, nuts. Gargled them.
She probably did it when they first got together, but now
and then forgot.
No.
She just didn't know the term.
She said teabagging. Oh, that's what that's called.
She done came up a little something. She done got a 3-wick candle, but she don't do that shit now.
Okay. I have a 3-wick candle.
No. What's her name? Wendy said I got a 7-wick. Now beat that.
Mia,
when it's a fire hazard. It's a fire hazard.
That's a fire hazard. But Mia beat her by putting it out there quicker than Wendy did.
Yes, so. Mia has she just has the production power. She has the business power. Yeah, and she just did it. And it's just unfortunate because she, maybe that's why Wendy is over there a little perturbed.
So
I think they need to make up.
It's room for everybody to have a seat at the table. So why mad? Yeah.
Wendy ain't making up with nobody. Let me just tell you that, Stefan. I know you say that she needs to, but she's not. She's not in the headspace to make up with nobody.
She's gonna hold that grudge with her and Giselle. Like it's probably gonna be rolling over into next season if she makes it to next season.
They're all getting.
If Wendy makes it to next season,
she's gonna make it. There's no reason for her not to make it.
If there's somebody that you would eliminate from this season, from going forward to next season, who would you pick?
Robin.
Don't even ask me.
I'm asking you.
Robin.
No, it'll be Robin. She has no storyline anymore.
Like, she doesn't.
She doesn't.
Yeah.
But how is she gonna sell her hats?
But wait a minute,
she can
Kevin.
Still sell her hats.
If you ain't save up them checks, to
Kevin, you didn't answer the question. Who do you think?
That's a hard question.
Is it?
If I had to pick somebody to, I probably would say Robin.
Okay, well, finally, it's something we all can agree on.
I would not Robin down. Right.
The pain in your voice.
I would knock her down to the friend. Like, so she's invited to the trips, you know. When they go on
because
vacation,
she was just giving us body issues this season. She's
either Robin or Ashley. Robin or Ashley.
I would be willing. I would think Robin would be first to go. Ashley would be a close second because Ashley's whole relationship is just giving me the itchies. I mean, it just gives me the hives behind my knee. Yes, it just be like, yuck. I mean, it is a natural.
That's what she wants. That's what she likes.
I understand. Yeah. However, we have to give our true opinion that it is just giving yuck. And and then the little baby look like him. It's too much.
Now, Mia, she's alleging across social media, for those that still watch social media, she's alleging that she may or may not return, although I feel like it's a hoax. They all do that. And
you know what? I could, if she didn't return, I probably wouldn't miss her. I will honestly say that.
I like Mia.
I feel like she deserves at least one more season,
right? Because her character is not really developed. It's still more to know about Mia.
Yeah, I feel like she needs time.
Just like with Wendy, like we didn't get to know her last year because of Monique and Candace debacle.
And in this season, I'm so over her husband and the blog and the rumor. She's one-dimensional. Last season, she was a commentator. This year, she thought she was bringing it with the body work, but then they slammed her with the cheating allegation. So every year, it's like we need more. We don't even know who Wendy is. Her family puts together a good party. Africans, Nigerians, they party. They have a good time.
And she should thank Giselle for giving her a storyline. Because that was her story. I mean, no shade, but that's what her storyline was. It was about some alleged cheating.
So she needs to return the favor and give Giselle a storyline.
Well, we're not gonna keep talking about Jamal. Like,
Giselle will be back. Giselle is old. You know she gonna be back.
Yeah, but she needs to come with something. Maybe a new man.
Come up with something new. Yeah.
She'll come up with something.
Oh, she has
to hire a man like Kenya. She'll do it.
Or she'll add a fourth shed to her house.
That ain't the storyline. That's just a project. That's just a project.
That is just that outhouse is real. She keep just adding on to it. She just keep and then it's like she just takes pieces from another house and keep. I'm like, you go, girl. You just keep on. It's just like a pet quilt home. You better get it, girl.
Absolutely. I feel like she's showing that she just did not have the money to build a home from the ground up, so she wants to renovate.
But check that. Even Andy said, "So what were you thinking with the purple wall?"
Okay, guys.
Because she doesn't have money to hire who she needs to hire.
I hear you, but that's what she like. If she like,
Kevin,
she the one who got to live there.
But Kevin, we have to review the show. You know, you be flippity flop.
Right.
Well, speaking of the flip flop, what is your closing remarks, Kev? How are you feeling, and what do you think is going to happen moving forward?
I don't know. I don't feel like Nikki is really gonna be, present until episode 4.
Yeah. The husbands are coming.
But I'll be watching. That's all I can tell you. I'll be watching. I may not be here next week on account of work, but I'll be watching.
Well, you know what? We might need to talk about next week. We might have to move, but I don't even know if we move today, if that would help you because of your job. We'll talk because we'll have to push it out to the masses.
Let's have a Sunday night review.
Which Sunday?
Live.
Which Sunday?
Immediately after the show.
After the show.
So are you going to do it after Andy's show or?
No.
After the 8:00 show.
After the 8:00 show. Yeah.
So meet at 8:30.
Child, I'm gonna be struggle busting, honey.
Right.
I'm gonna be I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. Sunday is a hefty day, so I can try my best.
Well, what did the relationship thing is sports, sex, and food, right?
What's sports, sex, and food?
Didn't your friend say he wanted you to, cook dinner when you got home from church?
Yeah, Sunday. Sports, sex, and food. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, and on that note, what are your closing remarks? What are your final remarks?
Yeah, close us out.
Well, Brandon, did you give yours, boo?
I did. I echoed after Stefan. I said that I think it's good that Nikki, this is rewind. Think it's good that Nikki can ask questions that Andy cannot. I think the husbands will share and divulge how they think the wives interact with each other. And it's not a building situation. They tear each other down to try to shine. Yeah. And 2, I think 3, I'm done. That's all I can say.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm done.
Yeah. Okay, just a quick closer. If you have not gone ahead and subscribe to us on your podcast platforms, just go ahead. Us coming on here, on certain days, certain Wednesdays. Who knows what's gonna happen? Because Atlanta probably gonna start real soon. It's gonna throw me off. But subscribe to us on all Yes, just so much. So go ahead and subscribe to us. My quick closeout. I think Wendy is probably going to need to get read, but the person who's going to be able to read her is not present. The same with Candace. Candace is not receiving.
Oh, I feel like Nikki is going to read them all. You don't.
Maybe not. We'll see.
They were saying that, but I think it was a light. I don't think it was a read. Like, but then again, we'll see.
We'll see. I don't know.
I feel like this is gonna be the fate when Nikki comes on. Like it will be, everybody will be shut up, and the response face will be
right.
Because Wendy has said, I have to shut up for her.
Oh, and I gotta say one more thing in closing. Tonight's snackage is brought to you by Crown Royal Peach Tea, and of course, Smart Food, Krispy Kreme, thebomb.com. Please get you some.
I'm gonna take mine.
It's no longer in the stores. You can't. Sorry.
Look, and I'm take mine with me tomorrow on my flight to Miami. But I just feel like yes, I'm gonna take me a little break. But we'll see what happens. I feel like they need a new cast member.
Come on.
I don't think a scholar.
New meaning Monique.
If they bring Monique back, they would.
She would shake the whole table.
But her husband may not. They might as well just go on and hire me at this point. I ain't got no husband. I just got a fur baby. Hello. But I'll be on there just reading the read.
You would be Giselle's good friend too.
Yes, you would.
That's what it's given.
You would be her friend. You would be
part of the sisterhood.
And you would just attack Candace.
Yeah.
I wouldn't attack Candace. I'd be waiting for Candace. See, that's the difference. I would be friends with Mia because I'd be like, okay, Mia, let's get you together because you're not giving us strength. You're giving us meow, but not brawn, so we would work on that. Mm-hmm. But yes, I could totally be on the show just to cut up just a little bit like, hi ladies. But again, follow us on all podcast platforms. I cannot get Johnny's to do a story time. Kev, I don't know if you have another story time. Brandon, we just don't even know. Me and my brother was supposed to record one this week to keep the podcast platform jumping, because we are on all podcast platforms. Season 3 is to come. Thank y'all so much for joining us tonight. Thank you so much, Stefan. We greatly appreciate your presence.
Thank you, Stefan.
Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
And everybody, have a great weekend and be safe.
Ciao.
Bye.
Bye. Broken Hoe from Hampton.
In their closing.